Hello everyone, my name is Adreden, and today, well, we're in 7 Days to Die, and this is going to be the first sort of playthrough test run of my mod. We're going to have to decrease the thing here. Okay, so, yeah, it's been a long, lot of work, and I think I've got pretty much all the systems in place that I want. They're not fully fleshed out, so there's going to be lots of, not particularly changes. There'll be lots of tweaking, and there'll be lots of little things like, you see down here, there's this pink square. This is supposed to be a quest. This is my placeholder icon. It's like, hey, look at me! I need something done here. So it's like, I need a new icon for that. And there you'll see a couple of those around, and we'll fix those. Yeah, so I've not really tweaked too many of the starting quests at this point, and I don't think I'm going to do too much overall. For that, at least not for the first release. It's just there's lots of stuff to do, and I kind of want to keep certain parts like vanilla and other parts not. Ultimately, I do want to change the progression system. It's not changed. It probably won't be changed in this vanilla series, in this sort of first series. Anyways, it's coming along. So yeah, all this is good. Hopefully, there's not too many bugs. Options, videos. Resolution down, please. Not that much. Why not, please? Thank you. Fuck. That work? That feels better. Okay. So, some different things on the toolbar. First one of these weird things here. I want a different thing to this, different jar. Hello, Mr. Bone Kraken. How are you today? Okay, so yeah, I'm just testing out my new mod. It's pretty much ready to go. I mean, not fully ready to go. I've got like a list of things to do during testing week, which is like this week, and I've got pretty much everything, I think, locked into a zip file that people can download. Not fully yet, but hopefully later today I'll update my posts and links and this and that, and I don't know, there's lots of little administration-y things to do now. Okay, anyhow, so we have these things here, and we're like, what are these? And these are a child's dose of respirocytes. Now, I have to do the localization file still. I have that basically laid out, so I'll be finishing that today? No, probably not. This week. I want to get it done this week, or at least updated this week. Maybe not finished, but updated. So I will try to update that, and then we'll find out. But anyways, this is basically going to say something like, I don't know, respirocytes are able to hold more oxygen, and thus give you more endurance, because your body has more ability to create energy. Something like that. And this is a child's dose, so it's not really like killer thing. It's not like there's 3 different types. Let's put it that way. So a child's dose and a military dose. And yeah, that's that. Anyhow, they also boost things like your resistance to cold weather. They make it easier to run and jump because you have more energy. So yeah, that's all pretty good. And we read our first quest, which is Stop the Zombies, and it's, I don't know, or I might change this a bit, but it says, when the bombs fell, they missed a Vanguard's biologic cloning facility. When I got close to this facility, I saw certain zombies exiting a collapsed wall. This must be where so many of these monsters are coming from. I'm not strong enough to destroy the AI core to stop them. Maybe you can. Here's a small dose of respirocytes to help you get started. Me! Because I'm only going to be playing this by myself, and everybody else gets to play it, you know. Bam. So we have to destroy the cloning facility. Now this is a mission that's not timed. Ultimately, you just need to find the neuromorphic chip that is there. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that. I have to make a custom map. Now that's one of the last things I need to really do, but it's not really important at this stage, because at this stage it's just about getting ourselves ready here. Kind of want to get out of this biome. Probably go that way. Everything looks nicer that way. But let's check a couple of these little cars and things here. Gather up some rocks. This first part's kind of the same, but kind of different. Look at that, we already found 2 small speakers. Now, I got to tweak a lot of the loot and stuff. Now, if we find, like, only small speakers and stuff, we got to get rid of those. Because tweak that so that we get less stuff, because we don't want to be carrying too many of those around. Oh, look at that, there's a... What's this thing here? It's a melee club, old stick. Huh, that's interesting. What the heck is that thing? Now these you'll find kind of all over the world. I think there's another one there. There's certain things you'll find all over the place that, you know, you can use to fight the zombies. So, bam, we picked that up. We're like, what is this thing? And, I don't know, that's interesting. We now have a stick to hit them with. I think I might need to, like, there's still little things I need to tweak, right? Like, I'm thinking the size of this stick needs to be tweaked, and maybe a few other things. We can modify this one maybe a little bit? Nah, not really. But maybe, let's see, recipes? Oh yeah, we can sharpen this stick. Let's sharpen this sucker up. So let's, now we have a, but we didn't, we didn't sharpen it very well. Maybe there's a way to fix that, I don't quite know. I guess because we crafted it, we ended up getting a thing here. There's a lot of systems that are kind of experimental because I don't really know that too many of these things have been fully fleshed out. Or part of it isn't that they've been fully fleshed out, part of it is that I don't know everything about modding yet. I know a lot, but, you know, this is my first mod, and, yeah, we'll kind of go from there. So I'm just gonna head up those last 2 cars, those 2 garbages, and then head back to the cold, or to the trees where it's nice and warm. We should also pick up some more rocks and such, because having things that are nice and warm will help us. Yeah, see, there's another stick here. That one's a level 2. This one does 6 damage. That one does 10 damage. So we're probably going to use the sharpened stick. Now, these damage levels, don't quote me on this. This is sort of just a playthrough dry run kind of deal. If I find that they need to be tweaked, they need to be tweaked. Because originally you could, like, kill a deer with, like, 2 or 3 hits with a stick. And that seems a bit much, like, a bit too quick for me. I might apparently need to turn down the number of sticks you find around. I mean, I don't know. It really depends on the biome. Like, you know, there are some forests you walk around in and there's sticks everywhere. There's just stuff lying all over the ground. So, yeah. We'll kind of get to that. I'm just going to punch this. The torch system is different. The torch system uses Guppy Kerr's torches. Do they light up when you're in your hand like this? Yeah, they do. Okay, but if you throw them, they extinguish themselves after a little while. And I don't know. I'm gonna give it a try. We'll see how it is. And I'm just gonna. I have to make sure that I have permissions, like, for everything that I'm using. I'm pretty sure I already have permissions for everything, but I don't know. I'll do it one last time and make sure for sure. Spear mod. Cool, rotting flesh. Let's see here. Can I put that on this guy? Not that one. What about you? Modify? Ah, looks like I can put that on this guy. Don't know how it works. Yeah. Yeah, cool. Anyway, that's all on there and flopping around. It's just a little thing to make it look kind of neater. That my other person working on this, Don, added. So yeah. So we have a 9-volt battery. So that's kind of cool. Why do we have a 9-volt battery? Well, recipes get to make these noisemakers. Which use some speakers, some electrical parts, and some 9-volt batteries. I'm gonna need to tweak that recipe. This seems a bit high. Seems like you would only need one, and maybe a couple electrical parts. Maybe more electrical parts than these. Maybe I'll tweak that too. We'll try to remember that. Anyhow, yeah, it's basically that part. So let's keep going here. So I'm also continually tweaking things like how much stamina these respirocytes give, because when I first made them, basically everything was like the military dose, it was like really strong. You could basically run forever, jump forever, fight forever, which is what you want in a soldier, right? And some people in the real world who are working on these things do envision them to be that kind of thing, where you could like take one breath, or maybe a couple breaths, saturate your system with oxygen, and then you'd be able to like sit in the bottom of a swimming pool for like 20 minutes because of the sheer amount of oxygen that these things are supposed to be able to hold. That's their vision. That's sort of what they think is possible. Getting it to actually work has been, you know, already like a decade's worth of work. And there's a couple different kinds, but I decided to kind of go with the chlorofluorocarbon ones. So yeah. Alright, so zombie combat is a bit different. Zombies can see you from a long way away in my mod. They can see you from like 100 blocks away. And I've changed a couple other things. I've made it, yeah, so she can already see us. So she knows we're here. And I imagine there's probably more on their way. Yeah, there's an Arlene or something back here. I can't tell. There she is. Oh, it's a cheerleader. Now, I haven't really messed around too much with zombies yet. I figured I can, like, new types of zombies. I figured I can change this later. Now, you can probably, like, hit a zombie in its chest a lot, and it'll still keep coming at you. Now, these are kind of modeled a little bit more like the Walking Dead or Romero kind of zombies, where, like, yeah, you can just keep on attacking them in their torso, and they're not really gonna die. If you attack them in their legs, they are a little weaker in their legs, because, you know, that makes more sense. I don't know if there's better ways to make that kind of come out, but if you attack them in their head, they are a little weaker. Now, these are, this isn't the best weapon, so, and hopefully this system still works. I don't think I untweaked it enough to make it die, but I don't know. I've been tweaking lots of little things, and it's always interesting the way that it kind of all fits together. She's probably not dead. She's not dead. What I've also got is Guppy's Random Getter Upper, because I'm more interested in making the game interesting again. I don't know. Some people will find it annoying, and I don't know. If it's too annoying for too many people, we'll remove that kind of stuff, but I like the idea of it. Now, see, this guy fell down and got right back up because he, I don't know, they have sort of a random amount of time that they can get up. Okay, now he's dead. Between like 1 and 10 seconds or something. And so you don't really, sometimes you don't know when they're dead. So, I don't know. So lots of this, you know, is experimental, you know, playing with it, see how the zombies feel. So yeah, we'll see. What else? She's not even dead. Hi there. That was the other thing. I was asked about like making a mod lit that could change the zombies' sounds, like remove their hurt sound and remove their death sound. So I've actually included that. We'll see how that turns out. I mean, it's because now you don't actually know when they're dead. And I know the Fun Pimps have been struggling with that in their own way. They oh, this is a new block I've added. This is a Burberry bush. There's stuff to do with those, and I've got new systems in to deal with them in different ways. Anyhow, yeah. I don't know. There's a POI over here. Let's go see what that's all about. Oh, we should also craft some of these things too. Bedroll, craft. Yeah. So at this point in the game, like, you know, in my mod, I should say, it is also, like I said, there's not everything I want done is done. And so it currently feels a lot like just sort of vanilla. And, you know, there's not much I can really do about that yet. Future versions, which I've got lists of, will be different. And I may even rename the thing at some point. I'm thinking to call this one An End, or The End, or something like that. Because there's going to be a definitive way to stop the zombies. So, yeah. I've got that. I think I'm also going to step it up to SDX mod, because there's, like, I want it so that the zombie transmogrifier is on here, and I want a couple of other little mods. He's not dead. And so, yeah, I'll probably add those in. Whatever ones are kind of the easiest to add in. And if it's easy to add in like a zombie counter, then that would be good. Or I've got another idea for a system to make it so that the zombies reduce how many spawn afterwards. Because I've set the base spawn rate basically to double at the moment. I've got to figure out what a good number that is for that, because I don't know, there's got to be a good number for that, to how it feels. Like, I feel like this might be a little bit, I mean, it depends on other people and how they want to play it. Yeah, so this is a corpse. Now I've added these back into the game because there are things that I want to do. Oh wait, we should have that destroy and make plant fiber? Yeah, okay, maybe it does do that. Good. Let me see here. Axe. Stone axe, craft. This bats is still integrated, but I may need to change it. Though if I can have access to the mod file, then I may not need to. Nope, we want to do this, this. That's better. Okay. Now, sometimes this doesn't really work very well, but other times it does. Yeah, okay, so not that one. But oftentimes when you break a tree, it will give you kind of the same sort of, like, stick thing as well, this melee club stick, so that you can make a stick right off the bat from breaking trees and stuff. Because, I mean, there's branches on these trees that you could beat a zombie to death with, right? Because this mod was sort of, before the melee modlet came out, I was going to make a very first version that was actually just a melee mod. But that happened, and so that kind of threw that out of whack. So, yeah. Let's see what we get. We get good stuff? No, we don't. Okay. There are certain things that I want to have the player get from zombies. So that is why I put zombie corpses back in, because it was a really underutilized mechanic before. And, I mean, you don't need to do it right away in the game. They believe they decay after a while. So you don't even have to pick them all up, but they will go away. So you don't have to spend forever, like, breaking down bodies, because that can be tedious and annoying. You don't get the loot from the bodies. You get it from the same kind of system as they drop, like a backpack, which wasn't really my ideal, but, you know, it's what the system has at the moment. And, you know, there's some things I'm going to work away from Alpha 17, and some things that I want to keep. So yeah, it's a lot of addition and subtraction and stuff. I don't know, but yeah, I think I've got all the main systems in place and all the main, well, not all the main systems, but a lot of the early stuff is all figured out. And pretty much every sort of thing is in there. Oh, there's some POIs I still need to include. Well, they'll be in this version, because this is my one on my computer. Now, I did try to upload everything to my server this morning, but there was one mod that, because we were doing experimental stuff with Unity, exporting packages for both the Linux and the Mac and the Windows as different packages, like months and months ago. Those are on the server now, and they seem to be causing issues. And yeah, that's sort of a problem. Right, so another thing, so I upped the zombie sight range, which is cool. I like that. From the Fennec mod, and maybe even GNA Horde mode. I'm not sure. I haven't really talked to Max Fox where he got this from. But, oh, guy. Yeah, so I liked that. But I also have always hated how far zombies can hit you from. It seems like they can hit you from really ridiculously far distances away. So what I did is I made it so that their zombies' reach is from like the center of their body to the tip of their finger, which is roughly half the distance of how reach is normally calculated. Normally it's kind of from, if I can finish her off real quick, it's calculated from the fingertip to the fingertip, which doesn't really make sense, right? Like if you're trying to fight a zombie and you're standing on, let's say it's left, it's really only going to be able to reach you from this part of its body. So why would you include this half of its reach in its body? Like doesn't really make sense on how that's measured in both MMA and boxing. Like it kind of seems dumb to me, and a lot of other people agree, but some people probably don't, who are more traditionalist. I don't care. We're going to do it this way. Yeah. Let's see if we get those special items from this thing yet. No, not yet. Hopefully that works still. I mean, I'm constantly tweaking them. So there we go. So, radius. I might make it look a little more bloodied than it was, but the radius and the ulna are the arm bones of your arm, and thus zombies have those too. Now zombies, as we know, can punch through freaking steel. How they manage to punch through steel, I don't know. They have really strong arms, I guess. So, very late in the game, you'll be able to take these bones and transform them into something like arm bone dust. You'll be able to grind them up. You can do that now, actually. And then, but later on, I've added a research system. So you'll be able to research a new type of block and deal with that. I don't think I want to mess with this dude right now. So, and I'm going to expand the research system by a lot. For the version 1, I've got what I've got, and that's that. There is a lot of freaking daycares here. That's really crazy. Okay, so I don't really know when I'm going to get better weapons. There are certain things that I would need to find to get better weapons early game. I think I'll probably live in this building. It's not too hard to take over. It's got some good loot in it to start with. So we'll go with that. It's kind of central to all these buildings, and there's lots of loot here. So yeah, we'll go with that. Equalizer! How's it going? I don't know if I've ever chatted with you, but hi! How is it going? Yeah, so I mean, I don't know if I'll be able to get this thing out before I go out on vacation on the mod launcher. But hopefully by the end of today, it'll be linked on my Discord. And then maybe, depending on how things go, I'll be able to get it put out on GitHub and accessible through the forums, maybe. You know, start expanding the way that people can access it. Like I said, oh, this guy's not dead. There's more things to be done. If I wanted to create a menu, I could show you that there are various... Oh, there, guy. Thumbnails to be added and other little things to be tweaked. Yeah. This is 17.1 today. That is another thing on my testing week list of to-dos. So that's this week. Is to try to upgrade it to 17.2. 17.2, I don't foresee any big problems because this is all just, this is non-SDX as of today. So I don't really need to do many, like, crazy tweaks of that kind of stuff. Now, we can just leave these bodies actually right now. Early game, I don't think there's any real point to harvesting them. They'll turn, technically what they do is they turn into air blocks. So in my brain, what that means is they kind of decay over time. So you could just like let them decay naturally and they would just go away. I'd probably have to tweak the decay time so that that's a little bit better, but you know, we'll keep tweaking things. Yeah. Crowbar! Nice. I need one of those in frickin' Ravenhurst. So this is from Keldon's Get Nailed mod. I don't know. Never tried this on a zombie before, because it's the first time I've ever tried it. Not dead, but it went down pretty quick. Don't know the entity damage that this thing has. So yeah, and a lot of the clubs that are available, and there's a lot, because actually I should show you one of the more interesting things that we can do. I don't see any signs around though. Well, that's okay. This feels like I should be able to do a lot more damage with a crowbar. I don't know. I like more realism and more logic in my games, so I feel like if you're swinging something that's probably like, what, 1 or 2 kilograms with a giant hook on its top, the damage it should produce should be a lot higher than what it is actually doing. That's just me, I guess, but that's how I like it. So we'll tweak that, I think, too. Prep for it. How's it going? I don't really need that, but okay. So let's see here. We have tweak crowbar damage and localization stuff. Okay. So yeah, I think if this wasn't damaged, we would be able to pull this off. Okay, I think this one we might be able to pull off. No? Use the crowbar? No. The crowbar and stuff I think is better for opening crates and stuff. I do want to add that mod where we are able to pull stuff off of things, you know? Okay, so there's a nail. So now you get those nails and stuff. That was from Keldon's Get Nailed mod, which I haven't really modded too much, but yeah, he's the guy who gets credit for that one. So most of the 3D models in this actually come from an old long-time viewer of the channel, goes by DBat, and not all of them, of course, but lots of them. But like these ones here, the stick is actually one of his old walking sticks, which is awesome. And yeah, let's see here. What other things can I break down to get the next sort of things of weapons? It's been actually a bit of time since I created this. I gotta like remember all the little tricks and stuff I've got going on. Whatever. We'll break down those things later. Can I repair this? Yes, I can. Now, I personally like the old way of having weapons and stuff have quality and stuff. Alright, we'll use our stick here. Yeah. I also want to get hidden away before nighttime comes, because if you remember Fennec mod, death mode, zombies, if they can see you from afar at nighttime, they will swarm you, and it is not good. Now, that's a matter of me tweaking the, I could. I don't know that I will die in this particular mod. I'm not really opposed to playing a one life game. It lets me to test the early part of the game more, which is part of the thing I'm more interested in right now, because, you know, I want a unique kind of experience for this all. Some of which won't be able to get done really quickly, but yeah. So I figure the killing them in the brain kind of thing works pretty well. Maybe there needs to be like a hardwood stick and a softwood stick. I don't know, maybe that's too complicated. Die! I feel like if they're down like this, you should be able to like just spike them in the head really quick, but it's also interesting because like the more they move, you know, it actually makes the realism of them like wobbling their head around more and more or less real. So that's also kind of nice. But I don't know, lots to tweak over the next few months, but I'm going to release it, the sort of early version of it, you know, sooner than later, because I want people to, you know, start experiencing it. Yeah. But right now, this isn't really hardcore mode or anything. Oh, good God, you're not dead. Okay, that's what I want. I'm sure people will find it frustrating that, oh, the zombie's not dead. So annoying that you can't tell when they're dead. Well, you know, in zombie movies, not all zombie movies, but in many times, you see, like, a zombie get back up and cause the whole group of them a problem, right? So I kind of wanted to replicate that, which is why I did include the the Guppy's random getter-upper, because that is a good mod for kind of simulating that, and then combined with the removing their death sound and hurt sounds, you don't actually know if they're dead. You kind of have to check the XP thing, which that is another thing that definitely divides the community. So, yeah, it's a tricky thing. Making those hardwoods would be easy by classifying the sticks come from. If you could diversify the tree where the stick comes from, you could make it easier. Yeah, well, that's actually pretty easy. I mean, I just don't actually know. It's been a long time since I took shop class, and I kind of forget hardwoods versus softwoods. Like, I'm pretty sure like a poplar is more of a softwood, whereas like a pine is harder, but I know pine isn't really like too hard either compared to what oak is it? Oh, there's a freaking fire axe. Nice. Let's use this. A couple of things I wanted to try and do is make it more difficult to have guns, not necessarily to, I mean, I want it to be as difficult to find a gun as it would be in Canada, because that's where I'm from. That's what I'm familiar with. Let's see here. Okay, so we're gonna ignore that one. We need to get up to those. Get that kind of stuff. Arrowheads. We should find some place. We should clear up this upper floor real quick. Figure out how to block up these doors, and so we can lay low for the night. Because nighttime could get scary. Hi, girls. How's it going? Oh, no, not boom. And see, that's the issue that I like and with headshots is that, sure, you can kill them easily with a headshot, but if you don't hit their head because they're wobbling so much, that makes it tricky. Now, I'm not a fan of the, well, actually, it's not example. There's no good example with this, is there? No. Maybe this one? So yeah, you swing it sideways and you stroke right across their heads, right? So you should be able to smash their heads, but 7 Days to Die decided not to implement that. So it's kind of a problem. Now, how much damage? Ugh. Probably have to move up there somehow, or up there. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna keep working on this, trying to survive here. What else can I see? Let's see, do these, I don't think these give any kind of nails. I should probably put nails into those as well. I need to have a pad of paper here. Actually, I do have a bit of paper. Sorry if I bang the mic. I don't really intend to. Do I have a pen still? That's a good question. That's a paintbrush. There's a pen. The heck? Furniture. Nails. There we go. Yeah, this week is a bit about that. Okay, try a crowbar. Yeah, that's a good point too. Crowbar might do something. Seems to take it apart. Don't really know. I'm a little bit less familiar with Keldon's mod, which is why partly testing week is kind of about that, you know? Agreed. I like not knowing when it is dead, so quintuple tap it. Yeah. Well, there are some weapons in this mod that are extremely powerful. Like, I have had to dumb down, or not dumb down, like reduce the amount of damage that a number of these can do. Like the stick, this melee stick was so powerful to start with that it was very tricky not to kill things. So yeah, I'm just gonna dump some things in here. Oh wait a second, we can take, no, because we don't have enough of those. I gotta tweak this recipe too, right? Tweak sound maker recipe. Yeah. So there's that. We might need some glue. I should make some more bandages. I could probably survive the night fighting zombies. It doesn't actually always happen though. I do die at night fighting zombies in this particular mod. Not because I don't have the stamina or anything. Mostly because hitting them in the head at night is way harder. Because they run, and because there's more of them, and they can see you from a long way off. There's a dog here? Yeah, like she can see me, right? So at nighttime, she would be approaching me already, like running right at me, right? So she would be on us. There's a chicken up there. I guess I cleared out enough zombies. I might have to increase the number of zombies. I don't know. And also, that's another thing I want to change is progression with the game stages, change the number of zombies and the groups of zombies. But that's all like stuff I want to add later on. I know some mods really specialize in that, like CB, he tweaks a lot of stuff just based on XML and adds things like that. Yeah. So anyhow, I haven't really done that yet, and I could add a lot of UMA zombies. Why are you caught on my foot, man? Let go. Let go of my foot. So yeah, anyway, that's all coming along. So this part I'm not quite sure about. So this is, you know, some certain things are more realistic, some things are not. Oh, can we actually craft this from just wood? I may need to make this a table saw recipe. Plank on table saw? Okay, so here's a question. There's this melee plank that I can craft. Should that be something you can only craft from wood on a table saw? So this does 20. Okay, the damage on this probably needs to be reduced. A lot of the clubs are kind of just copy paste. So damage tweak. Okay, because I've got a lot of weapons. So basically anything that you can find as a weapon, you know, would work. So yeah, now we have this kind of club, which works way better than other ones. There's a wolf out in the distance. But yeah, so you can use like wooden planks that you find from different things. Wood debris sometimes gives you planks. I think breaking down blocks sometimes give you planks. There might be needing a few things tweaked. Okay, we gotta get on this roof, man. I gotta stop talking and get safe. For I am very much unsafe. But I can't get up there without a block. And I can't make a block because I don't have enough nails. Recipes, nails, craft. Let me see here. Frame. This is where some of the tweaks, like early game stuff that, you know, you would feel like things are different, right? Okay, that needs to be done on the table saw. So I've been playing a lot of Ravenhurst for a while now, so we need more nails. Ah boy, let's get some nails. Can we get nails out of this? Okay, good. Let's try to find some nails out of here. So yeah, like I said, you know, I want to provide a little bit different experience. I want to make it a little bit more tricky, but not insanely more difficult. We'll kind of see how it all plays out. 3 more nails, recipes, nails. Good. Keep on going. Dan Phoenix, how's it going, sir? Oh yeah, so yeah, now we have actually a lot of melee planks. I tried to make that seem sort of logical, alright? Like you're breaking these things down that have planks in them, so you get planks, the occasional plank out of them. And if you can use something in real life to smash something, then it should be a club as well. I don't know. Does that make sense to people? Makes sense to me. Right? You get some scrap wood, but you also get these, like, planks, which are way more damage than kind of would be. Okay, we need to not worry about that, dude. We need to hide, because it is nearly nighttime. Nails, craft, and then once those are done, we will get on the roof. Oh! Smash you to death with a giant club. Now, but the problem with this is, it seems like, so there's a couple different ways to make these work, and doing it like this, you kind of have a lot in your inventory. Now that could be extremely problematic, but it's experimental, and I haven't really seen too many people play around with this kind of stuff. So yeah, we'll see. Can we actually build? Yeah, we could put a nail in the board too, but I shouldn't do that right now. Should focus on getting safe frame, wood frame, craft. I need to get on this roof, or I will probably not survive the night. That. Can we get up here? Good. Now I think there's vultures up here. Let's get our good old 2x4 out. Make sure there's nothing up here. Yeah, so we would need another frame, so we're not going to go down there. We're not going to be too safe up here, but we have a little bit of safety. Let's try to get another nail or two. Shirt. We'll wear that. I've got nothing on. I should get some more plant fiber before the night is done, now that I can kind of go hide. Oh, man. Too much talking about the mod. Not getting anything done. Using wood debris for weapon is good. It's a good idea. Maybe have it at least one working table saw per small town. That's tricky, but it's, you know, one of those things that you can tweak, ideally. I don't know. Ah, man, I don't want to smash that guy yet. Okay, let's see if we can get one more nail, because if I can get one more nail, then I can... There we go. Good. Well, over the night time we'll do that, and maybe we'll even come down to the ground, because why not? One more nail, go, run! Hide, 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 hide! Get off that ladder. If something sees us now, it will come for us. Now, see here, I changed the nighttime spawning a little bit. Maybe it would be better to be inside. I don't know. Not going to be safe. But yeah, now anything that's probably within our sight is, you know, going to know that we're here and come after us. So that's going to be not... Well, it's going to be interesting. Oh, there's an even better club. Let's use that one. Because, I don't know, I also figure, you know, the more pieces of wood you pull off of something, the better. Oh, that's right. That's why there's a recipe to make wood into a plank, because now you can scrap these just down into wood. That's why I had to do that. So now we can turn those into wood because, you know, they are wood. It's just that, yeah. Okay, recipes, nails. We'll craft 2 of these, and we're going to make a nail mod for this thing. Because we can put... The thought is that you can make nails into... You can put a nail into a bat and it'll be more destructive, right? So, recipes, plank mod, and nail. I'll be tweaking the the names of these in the localization files soon. So, yeah, so we have this thing here. So now we can... Okay, let's just go over to it. It's not very visible. Maybe you can, or maybe you cannot see, but there's no nail in there right now. But we have a 3D model for it, so we can do that. So we go modify, and then we put our nail in there. Yeah, you can't really see it very well, but there is a nail in there. Let's just go over to this. So yeah, now it's like we put a nail through it so that you could more easily spike a zombie in the head, right? So that's sort of the point of that. So yeah. Get rid of that. There we go. Anyhow, I don't want to be spending much time in that mode, so yeah, we'll go with that. Did you put your sleeping bag down? I have not. Thank you for the reminder. Okay, so we do have this torch. Now this is Guppy's torch mod, so you can see these little particles wisping around. It's pretty cool. I like that. One of the main differences with this mod is that if you throw this torch, it will despawn after a certain amount of time, which is something I like. But I don't know. We'll see. I think it's good. I think it adds more realism to the game. Makes you think about your actions a little more. So yeah. Shall we go see what zombies are like at nighttime? So yeah, there's a lot of them down there, and now they know I'm here. So yeah, because they can all see me from way off, and that's due to the increased eyesight that they have. Zeroish. I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce your name, but how's it going? It is going really good, man. I basically finished all the main systems for my mod, my overhaul mod of 7 Days to Die yesterday, and now I am just trying to do a little bit of a playthrough, testing it to see what all needs to be tweaked and whatnot. I imagine there's going to be a lot of tweaking. If I had, because one of the things I would like to find is a flashlight, because I have included my flashlight duct tape hat, so you can take a flashlight and you can use some duct tape and make a small little hat that you can put on your head so you can see. Yeah, so I don't know. Now, part of the point of this is also I want other people to test it soonish, because there might be things that need to be decreased or tweaked, so that you know, it's not too graphics intensive. So unlike the Melee modlet that has a lot of things like particle effects and stuff, I haven't really tried to include any of that like super flashy stuff, because lower grade computers can't really run it as well. I shouldn't say lower grade. They're not really lower grade. Older computers. Oh, do you like hitting that thing? Good job. Let's go down there and try to fight these guys. So, I did earlier on have something that I called... Oh, let me hear. Zarash. Okay, cool. Zarash. No, that makes sense. Actually, now that I see it, I can read it like that. Zarash. Yeah, cool. Interesting name. Going well. Thank you very much, mate. Pronounced Zarash. Zarash. Tell me if I'm getting it right now. Yeah, I personally know that a nail on a plank is much more painful. Yeah, right? A funny experience with my mom. Oh boy. Alright. Yeah, I've stepped on nails. They suck. So, the beginning of this game is a little bit different because I give the players what I call respirocytes, and I've already had my dose. So, it's not like you are as bad off. Now, also, if you are good at melee combat, you are probably going to thrive early game. Gee, good God, man. Thrive early game. Because you'll be able to hit them in the head better. You do have the advantage that you have the reach advantage. Like, you truly do have the reach advantage. With a 1 meter plank, you have your reach, which I think I left as base, because I was like, oh, there's some things I want to make simpler and easier, and some things I want to make harder. And because it was supposed to be a melee mod, I wanted to give a little bit more of an advantage to that. I've been killing lots of zombies, like, usually daily, on Ravenhurst, like 100 a day or more. I have no idea how many I've... Oh, God. Man, they're fast. I might also increase their speed, because, you know, at nighttime, I want it to be truly scary. This isn't too bad, but I don't want to overwhelm certain other players either, right? I don't know, it's a balance. I don't want it to be like one of those super difficult mods. I want it to be more difficult, more interesting, but not as bad as, say, CB's mod, or like True Survival is harder in a different way. Now, also, I have left these corpses in, and I like the corpses because they make you stick on the ground a little bit. Now, I know people will get annoyed with that, but the reason I like it is because you have to think about your actions a little bit more, be more aware of your environment. Now, I don't know, I like it. And I've always liked it ever since I started doing Always Run. When I first started my channel, you know, you just always have to be aware of your surroundings, and if you can't do that, then it is going to be difficult. No! See, she missed us because she has a standard arm reach, right? Something that is missing in the game. I think the reach on this might be a little bit too far. Like, it seems a little bit unrealistic. I don't know. Does it look like I should be able to hit them from, you know, out there? That seems like maybe a bit far. I mean, I don't know. It's supposed to be like a 1 or 2 meter long 2x4. So, yeah, there's that. I am indeed. Awesome. Their animation seems quicker than their actual speed. Yeah, well. That's TFP. I don't know. They need to tweak certain things like that. Did you die finally? Good. You're dead. Good. Now there's more coming. Probably. There's more around. Shotgun. So that is one of the things I want to decrease, and I know that's really going to irk some people. Is that, because, I don't know, Canada just has less guns. I kind of want to decrease the sheer number of guns in the game. Oh, you're a biker. Yeah, so I think the range on things is maybe a little bit far. I don't know. It really depends. I want to get, you know, I'm going to need some feedback from other people to see what they think. If they like it, because, you know, people might like it. They might like the increased range of things a bit more. I know some people wanted a more arcadey style of gameplay, which I kind of tried to do a little bit of, but, you know, it's not my main focus per se. I'm not trying to make GNA Horde mode, which is all about just like get in quick, have a game, and be done. It's more, I don't know. It's supposed to be lower long-term stuff. It's just, yeah, I don't know. Working on it all. Looks a little too far, I'd say. Yeah. And so that's one of the things that this week is supposed to be about, you know, tweaking ranges, and all the systems are in place. Like I said, it's mostly now just figuring out ranges and damage numbers and stuff. Decrease weapon range a bit. I'm just writing it down. So it is almost 7 o'clock. My kids will probably be getting up and coming downstairs momentarily, making a lot of noise. So maybe I should end it soon, but we'll see. You can't see anybody else's chat because a lot of other people are on YouTube. I use Restream, so I stream to YouTube, Twitch, and Mixer. So, yeah. I'll try to read out their chat for you, though. Dan Phoenix says, maybe set the 1.5 meters instead of 2 meters. Could be. Yep, that might work. It's in addition to the range that you already have, and so the character has like a range. I didn't change the character's range, and maybe I should. But their base range was like 1.5 or 1.6 or something like that, right? But if I change it down to, you know, a realistic reach, you you know, essentially half your body length, then, because, you know, it should be the distance from your camera to the end of your hand is kind of like your reach, right? Anyways, we'll kind of tweak that. Yeah. And like I said, these corpse blocks will be used more later in game, but right now they're not so much. They're kind of here to make sure you're more aware of them, and they will decay over time. That will also have to be tweaked for when Horde Night comes. But yeah, we'll kind of figure all that out. I don't know if I need to add like a trickle thing from, like, let's say Guppy or something to change all the sheer number of zombies that appear on Horde Night. I do want to tweak it all, so I might use his mod, or maybe I'll do my own. We'll see. Where is zombie? I'm over here. So odds are all those zombies will be able to see me now. Just because of the way that everything works here in this mod. Some of it is, you know, it's all that emergent stuff that you don't necessarily, you have like a good guess on how it's going to work. Don't bring Arlene. Wrong kind of bandages equipped. Run! Yeah, you know, you have to jump over like corpses, or you need to run around them, or whatever. I don't know. It just engages my mind more, so I like it better. Which is half of what I think making a mod is. You should make it kind of for yourself, kind of how you like it, but I don't want to forget other people either, so... I know some of the changes I'm going to make are definitely not going to be appreciated by everybody, but that's the parts that I like, which set my mod apart, so... Yeah, there you go. Shush phone. Let me see here. Oh, okay. Zerish says, oh, okay. You using multi-stream then? Yes, indeed I am. He says, cool. Mr. Bonekraken says, range is a little bit too far for reach. Yeah, and that's just tweaking it. I just will work on that later today, and we'll tweak it. If it was a spear, that's a good range. Indeed, yeah. And there is like a spear. There's actually going to be a couple of spears in the game, but right now there's only an iron spear. Oh, I also added more spikes into the game. I added back the log spikes. I added back the spikes from the previous version. These ones here. Various levels that you can craft them at, because you can make quick spikes. Basically, it's like, if you were to try to make, like, these guys, they cost 20. Which I think is overkill. I want to reduce that, because, like, for example, like, when you make these log spikes, or these spikes, you know, it takes, like, 6 pieces of wood. If you count them, there's, like, 6 pieces of material in there. But when you try to craft them, they're, like, not those ones specifically, but, where are they? Have I goofed that spot up? Maybe I have. There's there should be a full version of it somewhere. Oh, because it's forged iron, right? We need the wood spikes. Ah, whatever. It just kind of doesn't really matter right now. But I'm trying to, like, make it so that it's less gamey, because, like, wood spikes, these ones here, you know, it's like, yeah, it takes 20 to make it, but really, if you count them, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces of wood. So why does it take 20 pieces of wood to make it? You know, that's just gamey. It's just the game trying to make it more difficult for you, which I just don't agree with. If you're going to do something like that, then you need to do something else with the game to make it more realistic. Can you see me? I don't think you can see me yet. Hey there, guy. How's it going? Don't really want to wake up that sleeper. Ow! Good freaking God, swing faster. I'm hitting him in the body, which is probably a bad idea because it's not really going to do much to him. Come on, morning time. Oh, this guy sees us. Yeah, that's too far. That's a bit too far. I would say half the range? Okay, he's dead. Yay! Morning time! Now we can all see again. Yay! Most fence planks are 1.2 meters. Perfect, 1.2 meters. 1.2 meters. So what would you say, Dan Phoenix, would be a good range to, if you're holding a plank, what do you think the range should be, right? Like, realistically, what do you think, how far do you think you could hit a swing effectively and hold it, right? Because you could hold it right at the very end, and that would give you a lot of range, but is it the best way to transfer your energy into it, right? I don't know. Those are my thoughts overall about how to do things. Oh, good lord, they broke a lot of stuff in here. Yeah. Oh, look at that, we found some vinegar. Vinegar, I wonder what that's used for. We'll get to that later. Vinegar will have its uses. There'll be cooking stuff or various recipes. And there'll be... there's definitely a very powerful block that can be crafted. One of the stages is in the recipe is using vinegar. So we'll use that. Okay, I should craft some, get some of my missions done here. Plant fiber stuff, craft that. You, I don't think that one worked. I want to tweak the armor, which I haven't done yet, but it's a tweak, so tweak armor, which is something for me to change because I hate the system that they have. I watch a lot of stuff on medieval whatnots, and I know that full plate armor is incredibly powerful. Where that? Full plate armor is something you can run in full plate armor. Okay, so we want to wear this one because this one sucks. So scrap that. Full plate armor, yeah, you can run in it. Sure, it'll make you more tired quicker, but it doesn't reduce your mobility. It doesn't really reduce your speed as much as it does in this game. So I really want to tweak that because it's sort of ridiculous. Oh, nice. Where the settings are for it. Yeah. Okay, we should hit some stuff up here and see what we can find. Oh yeah, I also tweaked it so that let me see, N. So I'm gonna change this whole system eventually. Maybe not for the first release, but it is on my overall list of things to do, is to give back action skills because I like them better. Kind of like Ravenhurst and Darkness Falls, because I don't know, that's just a better system. In my opinion, it's more realistic. If you want to do something, you practice it and you get good at it. But on the other hand, a lot of the recipes that you would be able to find in here, I'm kind of torn because I understand, yeah, it sucks trying to find recipes for things. So buying them from a game point is nice. On the other hand, it's like, how would you suddenly know how to make a car just by killing zombies or whatever? Like, that part doesn't really make sense to me, so I'm kind of trying to figure out a way to balance that really well. But the other thing is, I've made it so that you can basically go and find a lot of different recipes in the game. Yeah. Boom! Headshot. He's not dead. And headshots are very important because hitting their bodies, and this doesn't do very much damage. It does, yeah, significantly more. Like, a lot more. So that was 20 damage. That's bulletproof glass. That way. Okay, I should read some chat. Got lots of chat going on here. Where are we at here? Yep, spear. There's an iron spear in the game so far. I think I've wired it all in. There might not be a way to create the head. There better be. I'm pretty sure I've done all that stuff, but that's part of what testing is for. Hand reach plus 1 meter. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. So, but I think what I'm going to do is I need to just change the hand reach bit down. Yeah, it's a long reach, but keep it for other weapons like the flail or chain. Yeah, and that's another thing. I've got a lot of assets that I haven't put into the game yet. Like I've got a lot of war axes and swords and things like that, bow staffs, a lot of melee weapons that I just haven't actually put into the game yet, and that's not really too hard to do. So I'll probably do one of my first updates will probably be like adding a crap ton of weapons, and another update will probably be adding in a new type of energy system, maybe 2 or 3. I would definitely want wind power in the game, but that's not the main one, but that's for a later game stage, because I want more depth in the game, late game. And right now it's going to be a game about zombies like 7 Days to Die, but ultimately I don't think 7 Days to Die has to be a game about zombies, so zombies will not be your only enemy. Just saying. I don't know if all these guys are dead. Kind of have to wait. Lots of their legs are crossed, which probably means that they're dead. But you don't ever quite know. You're dead because I can see your XP. Which is sort of the problem with that whole seeing the XP and they're dead kind of thing. Okay. Bust this door down. Where are we at here? Mr. Bonecraken, Dan Phoenix, some chainmail. Some chainmail would be nice. That'd be good. Do we want to wear this? It's kind of... Well, you know, we have extra stamina because of our... How bad is that? It's not too bad. Because of the respirocytes. And I had an idea about how to explain why the player is so weak in the beginning of the game, but I haven't really added that in yet. It's going to require some special stuff. Special sauce, some SDX probably, more vinegar. And vinegar I wouldn't say that you need to keep early game, but you know, it's one of those things. Run and gun. Yeah, we'll use that. Not that I really need that. I like the way that these are set up in Ravenhurst, so I'll probably end up doing that. I'm just gonna use these. I mean, I don't otherwise use them. More batteries. That's nice. I'm just gonna stash a bunch of this crap somewhere. I don't really know where yet, but somewhere. A bunker buster. Okay, that's interesting. I do also want it so that you only have to learn the schematics once, and then you just know them, because that's how I think it should be. Use... Alright, let's stash some crap. We don't need that. Burberry bush. We don't need the vinegar. That's broken. Oh, sounds like the kids are getting up. So we'll probably have to call it here, guys. Let's see, we do have the shotgun. Maybe we should put that down here. Put the batteries in there. If I find water, I need to use the can to get some of that out of there. Now, I'm also kind of curious. I don't know how many people... I know a number of people have played it, but... well, let's scrap that. Seems to be alright. Short iron pipe. Oh, this is the new short iron pipe. You can also... So, I took out the old... short iron... I took out the old iron pipe. And I've put in our iron pipe. So the iron pipe, now you can use, and you can craft the iron pipe into a club. So say you haven't found a stick, or you haven't found a melee plank, you can use a pipe to beat things with. Because I think that also makes sense. You find things in the world, you improvise with them, and you fight with them. So, yeah. You can hit things with pipes. Like this guy. It's probably overpowered right now, but, you know, pipes are... Whoa! Fairly tough. I don't know. It's one of those things that probably requires my tweaking, but we'll get to that. What is the damage on this sucker? 20. Yeah, see, this is one of those copy-paste things where I just copy and pasted a lot of the clubs. So, like, the club, you should probably be able to hit harder with it than the stick, right? Because it's iron. It'll have a lot more mass. But it's everything is like, I believe it's mass times velocity for the amount of force that you can generate. So whilst you might be able to, you know, put more into it, it's trickier. Yeah, I don't know. But, you know, you have to also factor in gravity, because you could probably swing this downward slightly better than a wooden one. And some of that is based on, like, air resistance. Because, you know, gravity accelerates everything at the same velocity, but on Earth, feathers fall slower than, like a bowling ball, simply due to the fact that it is, you know, got more air resistance. Oh, I'm out of stamina. Now, our stamina is going to regenerate faster because of the spirocytes, but it isn't... I've tried to make it early game, so you still do run out of stamina. You can't just power swing everyone to death. Let's check your gun save. Yeah, I should check the gun saves. More armor. Yes, kids are coming down, so I'm just going to finish chat and end this for today. And do my tweaking and try to get a version out to people on my Discord. And see about setting up GitHub and all the other things that need to get set up. There's a lot of stuff that just needs setting up. I'll probably play more Ravenhurst. No worries there. I'm not done with Ravenhurst. I just, I want to do maybe what I'll do is switch one day my mod and one day Ravenhurst. Go back and forth. Is that, would that be sufficient? Are you dead? You're dead. Yeah. But, oh yeah, and you can still, I believe you can still use... Maybe you can't use this iron pipe. Once it becomes a melee pipe, I don't know that you can use it for everything else. Maybe I can add all the recipes back to use melee pipes for pipes. Like, in theory, you could probably use a melee pipe for a forge, but... Melee pipe... to bellows? As a reminder? Because, yeah, you have, like, the ability to use your pipes to build things when they're normal pipes. Let's see, if we scrap this, it becomes scrap iron. Maybe I should make it scrap down to a pipe that then you could use the pipe into something. I don't know, that's one of those weird systems where I don't know if it exactly works. Yeah, anyway, taking level gating off would be good. Yeah, that's one of my goals. I haven't done it yet because it's to take the progression system. Maybe I just need to think about it more, but I haven't really had the time to think about that per se. The only thing I've changed in my progression system is I added this. This was a long time ago before the magic, the sorcery modlet came out. I started like adding spells and mystical attunement and stuff like that to it, and ultimately I do kind of want that in, but it's a system that comes much later. So yeah, the kids are coming down, so it's going to get really loud. So I will end this right away. If you liked this stream, hit the like button. Let me know every thought you have about my mod so far, so I can change and tweak things, or not change and tweak them, or at least explain them to my reasonings for doing certain things, like adding corpses back in because I like them, etc., etc. I'll get to that. Hit the subscribe button if you want to stay informed. Go over to Twitter if you want to stay informed even more. I have a Discord server, and I will be making this available on my server. The server seems broken right now due to various conflicts in Unity packages. Yeah, so I got to tweak that. Anyhow, yeah, a short iron pipe for a melee weapon. Okay, Dan likes that. Well, I'm off to bed. Okay, see you later, Dan Phoenix. I'll see you later today after your sleep. Have I gotten to everyone's chat yet? Oh, there it is. Like from me knowing how things work is when you take things apart first. Yeah, yeah. So hopefully it all works out fairly well. Yeah, so I guess we'll try to... I'm not really going to play too much of this one off camera. Because I think there's a lot to say, lots to explain, lots of questions that I can answer. Yeah, so we'll kind of go from there. Okay, guys, so I will see you tomorrow. I'm sorry I didn't get to play more castle building yesterday. Like, I just had a really busy day, so yeah. Yeah, Army Doc, hi, how's it going? Yeah, so hopefully we can show off more. There's lots of new melee weapons, but there's lots of little tweaking that I need to do. It's just lots of the basic systems and lots of little things like little recipes and stuff that make more logical sense and stuff need to be done. And then of course, yeah, once I get the whole system of distribution of the mod done, because I've never released a mod other than the iVampire mod, which wasn't exactly mine, and I only put that on the forums. We missed. Yeah. Should I try to kill this thing? The headshots don't necessarily count towards animals, only zombies. So this would be like a vanilla thing. You have some Klingons there, sir. Let's let this guy just be for now. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, bye bye. Thanks for showing up.